Hello everybody, welcome back. Episode 15, aRhino playing Minecraft. Today, got a couple things to do. First thing, I should correct a mistake I made last episode. So, gotta get some of these netherite ingots here. I only had enough for 4. That's disappointing. Well, I thought I had room for more. I gotta craft one of these lodestones. If you read my description of last episode, I mentioned that I forgot about these things. But, yeah, apparently they take a netherite ingot to craft. So, I calculated out, that means we need 89,856 more TNT to get all the ancient debris, which brings our total up to 1,033,344 total TNT. So that was kind of a downer to find out. It's the only one I have of these. Where? Maybe I'll put it in the special chest. So that didn't make me feel very awesome. That comes out to 598 shulker boxes, 11 full double chests, plus another 4 shulker boxes. So bigger job than we even thought. Okay, whatever. We'll find a way to do that. So let's move on. We got 3 more netherite ingots. I melted the other debris we had. I guess I'll leave it in here with the gold for now. But let's go. You can see I upgraded my pickaxe already. My smooth criminal here. To the netherite level, so that was pretty cool. And now I'm thinking plus 3 armor, plus 2 armor, plus 6, plus 2, plus 3, plus 2. Let's do. We got 3. I'm thinking we do the shovel, the sword, and the pants, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. I suppose I gotta take them off, huh? There we go. Alright, so our khakis, netherite ingot. Ooh, netherite khakis. Got our stick, netherite ingot. What is that? 7 attack damage to 8 attack damage. Alright. So what's an axe is normally 11.5? What does that say? 12.5. Jeepers. Well, I want to get the extra durability on the shovel anyway. 1150. Is that keep it where it's at? No, 687 to 1157. That adds 500 uses. Look at that. That's awesome. All right, let's put these on. Ooh, check them out. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. I like it. I can't wait till we get everything. Okay, what are we doing today? Now that we got that figured out, I think first thing, let's actually want to show you guys how much I've been mining in between these 2 episodes. Try out the stick. 1 shot. Let's go. Alright, so I've been just moving around a beacon in the mountain biome there to find some emeralds and stuff. So, to repair tools, what I've been doing is putting like my pickaxe in my offhand and just trading away all the stone here, which is nice. It gets me a good amount of emeralds. I mean, not a ton, but get some emeralds for it. Does something with the stone. I've already made full shulker boxes of every stone item you can make, besides cobblestone anyways. So smooth stone slabs, stone brick slabs, stone stairs, stone brick stairs, the whole lot of that stuff. Yeah, you can see my pickaxe is already, what is that? Yeah, it's getting to halfway. I just kind of do this for a while. But I'm going to show you how I've been mining here. And the stupid amount of ores we've been getting. So I bet you that actually finishes the redstone box, or pretty close. Our little storage chest over there. Getting a good amount of coal and iron. We don't need it. I'm just getting it out of the way as we get it. So that definitely finishes the iron. But then we've actually already got a stack and a half of emerald ore, a bunch more gold, a bunch more lapis, and a bunch more diamonds. So that's great news. I think I'm going to go heal up my tools as best I can, place all this down in the little towers over there, and then we'll see how that all stacks up. After plenty of back and forth on what to do next, I decided it was time to make a gold farm. All right, looking good. So we went ahead, designed a little gold farm here, and I just want to walk you guys through it piece by piece to explain what's going on. So the first thing you probably notice is all this glass around here. So that's just part of carpet mod. I can show you the little command we did here. So I said draw a sphere centered around where I was standing. I actually made it 128 blocks because mobs can only spawn within 128 blocks of you. Then we said we wanted white stained glass to replace any netherrack that would be in the way. And then we can do it again, replace all the air that's in the way, just so we get a better idea of where everything is. And what that tells me is, am I getting the maximum rates? Am I blocking off every other area mobs can spawn in, so they only spawn in my farm? So let's talk about the spawning area here. With the nether waste biome that we're in, only certain things can spawn. Then we further limit that by putting magma blocks down and limit it even more with the glass roof up here. This glass roof is the very top of the world, so that's basically just so I have to block off less spawning spaces down below the bedrock there. This basically is only things that spawn in the nether waste on magma blocks and are 2 blocks tall or less can show up here. So that leaves magma cubes and these guys. Now, what is bringing them to the center here? Well, we got a little turtle egg in here, and any zombie-like mob will pathfind 24 blocks away to, let's make sure they don't get them, to a turtle egg to try to stomp on it. So they try to come up and jump on it. That's why we had to make this block 1 lower all around, so they thought they could jump up and over. And they actually see these trapdoors down here as, oh, I can walk over here, whether they're open or closed. So it kind of lures them in and they fall down. They can see the turtle egg from 24 blocks away. So we have a 24 block radius here, just to kind of maximize the area they can show up in. So they all fall down here. Let's get out of here ourselves. They all fall down and they land on honey blocks. That is a choice I made so I could use this a looting sword on here. I'll enchant it quick. Enchant the thing I'm holding with looting 3. Okay. So I want to use this as a looting farm. I didn't want it to just be a passive sit here and let the gold collect. Yeah, that's so much more now. Nice. And what's nice about the honey blocks is they negate most or almost all the fall damage. So they're low on health, but I can still whack at them no problem. And then they're less than a full block. They're like 15 out of 16 pixels or something. So the hoppers can actually suck the items through the block above them because it's not a full block. Hoppers bring all the items over. Classic sorters here. Each item I want, and then the gold swords end up in a blast furnace and into the same those gold nuggets just come into the same chest here. Some extra fuel here for anything coming through. That pretty much sums up the design. Let's head back into our survivor world and start building this up. Welcome back, everybody. It's been nearly a month since I recorded that last clip. Just been really busy with work again. I've been doing a lot of mining off camera, so actually our vaults, our little storage tanks for ores are looking pretty good. But something that really demotivated me, I went AFK up here for a while, and this was the site I came back to one day. That old thing about don't build your house out of wool and wood and not protect it in any way. Lightning must have struck this while I was away and then burned everything. Nearly everything. You know, we got some stuff, but it does give us a chance to kind of rebuild, rework some things. Some things I didn't like so much, and we can just make it better, I guess. I'm not too upset. You know, it's a downer, but we'll make do. So I think what we're going to do is put a glass roof way up in the sky, so that can't get struck again, and probably do the same thing for all this wood over here. Because then our villagers get out, and we got to hunt them down. That's a big mess. So hopefully when 1.17 comes out and we have the lightning rod, that'll make things a little bit easier on us. But for now, this is what we're working with. I did fill in a little bit more here, and we actually got most of the stuff ready for the gold farm. So a bunch of glass, and I'm probably going to use stone slabs actually to gas-proof that top part. A bunch of magma blocks, just some other, bits and bobs that we'll need. Little decorating experimental things. Our redstone box should have us covered for all the redstone we need. Honestly, the only thing holding us up is, oh my gosh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not what I was trying to do. Anyway, what is really holding us up is that turtle egg. And so I came over here and realized I only ever had one turtle in here. So I'm going to have to go out and try to find 2 more turtles, get them to breed, get them to get an egg for me. And then I can probably meet you guys over in the Nether. So let's take some time to try to find some turtles. All right, I think we found our spot here. So I did load the schematic. I got it right up there. And it has to be this specific, if you see on the left side of the screen, about halfway down, it says biome Minecraft Nether Wastes. That's kind of like the 1.16 version of the old Nether generation where it's just netherrack all over the place. And I picked this spot because there's not a lot going around up here, right? You see all these little lava pockets. Otherwise, that's just solid netherrack. So if I go up here, we know that mobs can only spawn within 128 blocks of you. So if I go way up here, and then like we saw in the test world, right, there was so much area around me that they couldn't spawn, and then there's just a little bit underneath the bedrock. So this is already lined up exactly where I want it. It's centered on, I put this stone block here right at the center, at the highest level it can go. And then even the lowest point we're standing will be right about here. And then if we just teleport ourselves to the same X, that's to the same Y, but 128 blocks lower, and the same Z coordinate, it puts us right here. So if we look up, and there's really not a whole lot of spaces. So some of this stuff over here will probably have to light up a little bit to block spawns, but really minimal work. So that's awesome. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, start building this, give you guys some progress updates, and let's start pumping out some gold. Look at that. It is working. They are following in. Go get him. Go get him. He's right there. Right there. Oh, You can't get them. Nope. They try to jump, they fall in. They try to jump, they fall in. Awesome. All right, so yeah, we're actually getting pretty close to being done here. Show you just how many magma blocks. We've used 3 3/4, you know, almost 4 stacks. Just getting this ring in this little bit here. So I know we have enough magma blocks to finish it off. It's just kind of one of those things that blows you away. All right, we're back. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming and coming. I love it. Woo, we made it. And I already switched out my boots. Wow, just get it in. There we go. All right, let's head on down and take those first swipes. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Let's get rid of everything extra we got going on here. Torches I can keep, that's no biggie. All right, let's get rid of, that's my iron box. I can put that away. And I'm gonna have to really quickly configure everything coming through here. But let's do it. Look at that. Amazing. And you get a nice little squishy sound on the honey blocks too. I love it. Level 20 already. That's incredible. Hello, hello. Welcome back. I have been at work. Been over here for a little bit, letting a bunch of this gold sort through our piglin bartering deal. Mostly because I have to get a bunch of quartz. This'll be a good amount. Block of quartz. Then these are the slabs I have. I really like this Nether Hub design, and I think I want to use it for more of my Nether builds. Probably like keep a quartz base to it, maybe, so it's a little consistent. But it's gonna take a lot of piglin stuff here. So good thing we got the gold farm going. Let's head over there, and I can show you just how different this has become from what it was. I'll just fly a little bit around here, and here they're coming in already. So I guess the main thing is we took it down from a 3x3, and we squish them all into one hole here. But maybe let's go into Spectator and explain all these different redstone circuits one at a time here. So there's the brown, the gray, the magenta nether brick stuff, and then the yellow here. So let's start with brown, because that's where they're coming from first. So all it is a little hopper clock down there that's controlling more than one thing. And that's, the hay bales are there so it gets rid of their fall damage. I suppose I could have used the honey blocks there too. I don't know why I went and got the hay bales, but no worries. But yeah, you could just see it there that these top pistons fire first to squish them into the 3x1 place in the middle here. And then these next set of pistons will fire and squish them into a 1x1. Then we can come under here and get them all in one swoop there. So item collection then. We have 4 minecart hoppers here, kind of pushed into the honey blocks. So it's spreading out the items over a bigger area, a 9x9 set of hoppers. Those hoppers then are distributed into 4 droppers that all fire into this cobweb. Now that cobweb lets the items clump up into stacks, just so there's less entities sitting around. And then they all have little unloading systems here. So every time this dropper gets something inside of it, comparator sends a signal into the block. Actually quasi connectivity powers that piston, I think it is. The note block just updates it, that pushes the observer over, and the observers fire until that dropper's empty. And that's what's going on. There are just 4 of them, 1 for each dropper here. So that brings us down to the gray and I guess the black circuit here. The black circuit is just a little hopper clock certain number of items in there going back and forth. Now, the gray and like the gray terracotta and these smooth stone blocks, those are all item transportation. So every time this fires, it sends the items over, goes along the pressure plate, shoots the items upwards here, sends a signal that's timed. So once the items fly up right in front of this slime block is when it fires. Sets off another pressure plate, and it basically just keeps shooting the signal around in the items. So they shoot over, they shoot up, they shoot over, get aligned against the honey block, and then because slime and honey don't stick to each other, this slime block can connect to that honey block no problem, shoot the items all the way over across the hoppers. All right, so that brings us to the magenta nether brick circuits over here. And all it is items get aligned against that honey block, which is one pixel less than a full block. So as the items are flying across here, they can actually be sucked up by the hoppers because the items go along that thin little line right there. These are the just standard overflow protection, so renamed items in those slots, 41 of the item you're trying to sort in that slot. And then the signal can't bleed over to mess up the other filters, basically. I always like seeing this, all the repeaters down a line like that. So those item filters, the first two are actually the piglin heads that come through and the gold ingots. Those go into the same chest. They're just sorted so nothing else can come down this line. And then this chest, oh, that's not connected. Holy smokes. Well, we're going to have to fix that. That's good to know. That gets connected into just a little line down into our output chest down here. Next thing, we have 4 hoppers for the rotten flesh and 4 hoppers for the gold nuggets that come through. There's actually so much coming through that, so this one only has 23 extra spaces until it gets to a full stack of 64. Then it can't pick up anything else, so it needs another one, and we actually need 4 of those to collect all the nuggets and flesh coming through. And that last flesh one hasn't even filled up all the way yet. That's awesome. So what happens is all the flesh from the first 4 go into this shulker box loader, and all the gold nuggets go into this loader. And that's the ilmango design of once the shulker box fills up, signal gets shot to break the shulker box and then place a new one. Right over here we have hoppers leading into those dispensers, so we can always fill up more shulker boxes. And then the last items coming through are actually those gold swords, and nothing else should be coming through. And those are picked up by these blast furnaces. So it's a blast furnace. They'll actually smelt the gold swords quicker than a regular furnace. So it's nice that it's done a little bit quicker. We don't actually need as many furnaces then, I suppose, because that's everything is just going a little faster. And then the yellow circuit. I'm actually kind of proud of this one. Mostly designed by myself, I guess. So I didn't want to climb all the way up there every time the furnaces needed more fuel in them. So to get the sticks or whatever else in, I can show you this. I suppose I gotta get rid of the blackstone out of there. Let's do that quick. And can we put it, everything is full? There we go, we can put it in there. Get that all out, good. So what I got here is 2 shulker boxes. One just has the 1 stick, and one has a bunch of sticks. And what's gonna happen, I'll put them in this barrel here, and I can actually load in either shulker boxes or just the stick items themselves. They'll get sucked out of the barrel into this dropper down here. Comparator sends off a signal that items are in there. Starts a little comparator clock going back and forth. And every time a signal gets shot up into that, the note block plays and the observer, first one, is pointing into this dropper here, which activates this one, and this one at the same time. So with that one pulse from that observer, the item goes from here all the way into that fourth one. In which case we have this dropper. The signal's getting sent up through these note blocks and observers, just like our mob farm. And it just shoots the items or shulker boxes all the way up. And this shoots them around the corner. And they'll come out of this dispenser right here. Now what this is doing is these hoppers are going to unload those shulker boxes. And as soon as this hopper is empty, this comparator can read that, send off a signal to the piston, it'll fire the observer, fire the repeater, and fire the piston to break the shulker box. I suppose it didn't need to be a sticky piston, but that's what I had on me at the time. And then what happens after that, I have another just redstone line coming out of here that once this shulker box breaks, this dispenser gets fired again to fire whatever the next shulker box say that's in there. So it'll keep looping it through. I've never tried it more than 9 slots. I wonder what would happen. I suppose 10 would be okay. I wonder maybe the 11th, if that would, where that would get stuck. Well, no, it'd be okay, because this redstone line is still going to fire this dropper too. So, yeah, we should be good. So when shulker boxes come through then, this comparator is going to read that, give off a signal strength of 2, which will unpower that torch, unpower the redstone, unpower the repeater, and let the shulker box fall through here. And then it's just a couple containers, droppers, hoppers, and we snuck it right through the middle there, one of these little loops down here. And those shulker boxes actually get returned to us in our main output over here. You can see I've been using the farm already and crafting up the gold. And then there was this little problem that we had to take care of, that the shulker boxes, this would relock too quickly, basically. And the shulker boxes would get stuck in there. So to remedy that, I put another comparator here that says whenever something is in there, that comparator is gonna read. That signal gets boosted by the repeater, and that repeater will temporarily lock this hopper so nothing else can come through. And it's going to activate this unlocker so that shulker box isn't locked in that hopper and can fall back down. Problem is, it looks like we do get one item coming through from the next shulker box that kind of slips down while that's all unlocked, which is not a big deal. But then that everything coming through, it should just be the fuel for the furnaces. That just gets distributed into the side of them with these hoppers and chests. Everything that gets smelted by the furnaces goes right over into the rest of the gold nugget shulker box. Right over there. How's the flesh doing? Good. Alright, so let's try out the sticks here. I put a couple more sticks in that first one just to make sure nothing weird happens. And we can go up here. There we go. It placed the first one. You can see the sticks are trickling through. Nothing's getting down here. Now, a lot's going to happen at once. There we go. So now the second shulker box fired out of here. The first one's not stuck here. We got the sticks sent over here. We can see the shulker box didn't get stuck anywhere over here. And let's see if, yep, one stick did get through. But here's our empty shulker box that wasn't there before. Remember all the rotten flesh? And then once this one is out, we should get that shulker box back. So we can show it in action here. A bunch of the piglins are up there. They're getting squished to the middle. I can come and whack at them. I do pick up some of the items, and I suppose I can always just throw them in there, no worries. And then we can kind of see how this is all going. So the droppers are shooting out all the items into that cobweb. So there are less entities, right? All the items are getting clumped up into stacks of 64 if they can. They fall down here. Slime block is gonna shoot them over pretty soon. Oh, there we go. Up and over and up and over and up and over. And they've already all shot over here. Really what I want to do now is get the more of a structure in around this. So we kind of come in here. We have some villagers to trade the flesh and gold away if that's what we want to do. Maybe an enchanting station and just make this all look a little nicer. So let's take some time and get that done. After hours and hours and hours, it is finally done. Let's go take a look. See if I can do this. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we come in here and we put an entrance over on this side. And I missed. Try again. There we go. Yeah, so yellow terracotta on the roof with the gold blocks, gold trim. We kept the quartz and blackstone like our hub over there. We're going to try to do that in all of our nether farms. We got honey, wool, gold blocks, shroom lights behind that center one with the piglin heads in there. And here is where it gets really cool. We got the minecarts in here, kind of like a killing, I don't know, pedestal shrine thing to them. Come up and whack at them. Got our on-off switch. See if I can pick up some items here. Maybe not. I'll grab some out of here. We got our little interface over here. I'll go over that in a second. I put a hopper right here, I think. Yeah. So if I do pick up any items, I don't have to mess with trying to throw them the right, height and distance, whatever. I can just throw them on this slab right here. There's a hopper right underneath it. Cool, cool. Our on-off switch. Everything is spawn-proof. Nothing's going to come right there. We got some villagers over here with their beds. Some clerics, so we can trade away the flesh. And actually the gold, too, if we really wanted to. The chains here, so they can't, they're 2 blocks tall, so they can't get up and over. And then the chain is out of our way, too. And then let's talk about the interface here. So we got our crafting table, ender chest, our fuel input, our output. We're trying to get a bunch of lapis blocks from these guys. That's probably how I'll get most of my lapis, is just from rotten flesh, emeralds, lapis. Rotten flesh, emeralds, lapis from those. This is where we put in shulker boxes for the gold nuggets. This is the shulker boxes for the flesh. So I can just show that here. It's just a little, goes into the chest, into the hopper, chest, hopper, into the dispenser. Same thing on the other side. Hopper into the chest, hopper, chest, hopper, into the dispenser. So it keeps it loaded. And then this light here, kind of went back and forth on what to do for this part. But basically, both of these dispensers are reading if there are shulker boxes in there or not. So if they're both off, this light will turn off. So right, this comparator is strong powering the yellow wool there, which powers the redstone lamp. And then this comparator is obviously powering the redstone lamp too. So we know if those are both off, we've really been slacking and need to get shulker boxes back in there. That's just kind of what that is we're good to use the farm for a little bit. It's another check we can use. And then, yeah, I've just been whacking away at these guys. Got a lot of levels. There we go. Got some stuff I can throw in there. Yep, turn it off, turn it on. Good stuff. Lanterns. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. This is one of those projects that I just put tons of time into. And, yeah, I'm really happy with it. Really, really happy with it. So I think what we do now, we get a gold block. We use that for our block of the day. And we go wrap things up. All right, back in our base here. Let's rename this. It's episode 15. Gold farm. Love it. Let's stick that over in our chest here. We might have to You know, eventually maybe make like shulker boxes with boxes in here. Because that'd be what, 27 times 54? That'd be a lot. That'd be a lot of episodes. Who knows if we'll ever get that far. But awesome, guys. I think next episode we are going to rip a ton of this out, get like all of our items in shulker boxes if we can. And we're going to put an automatic storage system in here. There's a new design I saw that I really want to use. And I think we either use some of the space down below and kind of pipe sort them down there and then shoot them up. Or we can make that jump. Here we go. Or we can use this space up above that we weren't really using anyway. There's a staircase right there. We can go underneath that maybe and have everything right here, maybe a block or two lower. I don't know. But I'm definitely excited to kind of get that in. The lightning was a, you know, major downer that everything burned, but I think it's a good way for us to jumpstart our redo. So, you know, you live and learn. I'll have to put some kind of glass roof over the house at this point, probably over above our villager deal too. Or I just update to the snapshot and get the lightning rods. We'll see. But guys, I think that'll do it for today. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.